This is Showtime, and here's what's coming next. It is the most important secret of this century, and to this man, keeping the secret is worth anybody's life. Marlon Brando and George C. Scott star in The Formula. All eyes turn for Showtime for an outstanding lineup of the world's greatest movies in November. Confirmed bachelor Burt Reynolds would love to have a baby. What to do? Hire a surrogate mother. But when Beverly D'Angelo comes along, Burt gets more than he bargained for. That's paternity. Brothers, caught in a web of corruption. And now the strands draw closer. De Niro, Duvall, true confessions. They were longtime friends till they chased the same rewards.
Sick and tired of you trying to live your life through my skin.
Jacqueline Bisset and Candice Bergen are rich and famous. Above the squalor of the city streets, one good cop is turning bad. Treat Williams stars in Prince of the City. Ryan O'Neal's buns could be worth a mint.
We've got a real phenomenon going here, Dad.
If the gorilla doesn't break his neck, Jack Borden co-stars in So Fine. She was a world-class skater, set back by a tragic accident, kept going only by her spirit of competition. Robbie Benson and Lynn Holly Johnson star in Ice Castles. What could be safer than a beautiful day on a California beach?
I cannot think I'll find my feet!
Anything, unless Burt Young can solve the mystery of Blood Beach. Louisiana. A bunch of soldiers in training get lost in hostile territory.
This is our home.
And hill folk will defend it to the death. Southern Comfort on Showtime. The horror of Ghost Story. Starring Fred Astaire, Melvin Douglas, Douglas Fairbanks Jr., and John Houseman.
He's klutzy.
What do you think you're doing?
He's zany.
Don't ever do this to a family of badgers.
He's Ernest B. Walsh.
I need to talk to somebody.
And he's gone to camp.
Have you ever had any group leadership experience? I had an ant farm once. I'd like to be a counselor.
Where it all happens. Danger.
Is that your smallest needle? I did it! I took the Lindbergh, baby!
Suspense. Romance.
Good night.
Is that a rabbit over there?
And actual nature.
That's poison ivy.
So,
Wake up, Mark. I want you to see some scenes from my new Disney movie, Ernest Goes to Camp.
because you won't see it on HBO or Cinemax, it's exclusively for Showtime. Coming soon on Showtime. Coming soon on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming up, Meryl Streep and Robert Redford are the lovers whose affair becomes a storybook romance set against the splendors of a wild, exotic land. Winner of 7 Oscars, Out of Africa, is next on Showtime.
Give him hell, boy.
Hey, I'll give it to him.
We're counting on you.
Hey, Mrs. Broniak, this face is on the case.
And it's a case of West meets East.
You know, my dad was over here with the Army in, I guess it was 1940. Hey, did you decorate this place yourselves?
And to save his town,
Welcome to your first day with the Sun Motors.
he brings back their most ancient secret, how to build a Japanese car.
Let's do it and do it our way.
What could possibly go wrong?
Good question. Let's go find out. We must be a team.
In Japan, our goal is 0% of defect. How'd you slip by?
Everyone thinking only of company.
See, we have our own way of making cars.
This is Looney Tunes.
Michael Keaton stars in a Ron Howard film you won't want to miss. Showtime's Exclusives Explosion presents Gung Ho.
I don't get it. I don't see it. I'm not impressed.
You're fired.
That's all, folks.
David Steinberg on Working Cable.
Cable is a great vehicle for comedians. I mean, you're totally let out.
David Steinberg on Working the Crowd.
Mostly it's just dissecting your life and what you see around you.
David Steinberg on Working Live.
You never know what you're going to get when you do a live show. audience could be strange, I could be strange, the material could be strange, but you hope for the best.
So brace yourself, America, for David Steinberg Live, Saturday, February 21st at 10, 9 Central, only on Showtime.
To the world, he's a rich and reckless rogue.
Francois de Paul is an adventurer, a rich man who plays at everything.
When I saw the legs, I said to myself, these are not French legs.
With his looks and his loot, he's the kind of guy who can easily attract the perfect woman.
She's a reporter, looking for a scoop.
You find out where she is and what the hell she's doing. Okay?
I give you fair warning. With or without your help, I intend to get the story.
They're both burdened by secrets from the past.
What's he hiding?
It's my belief the man's a crook.
The old man would never have handed over the reins voluntarily.
Secrets that could destroy their future together.
Before you can be loved and give love, you must learn to love yourself.
Kathleen Beller and Francois-Eric Gendron star in the Harlequin romance movie Cloud Waltzing, premiering Saturday, February 14th, only on Showtime.
Here's your ticket to the sold-out event all New York wanted to see.
I'm just a Broadway baby.
The concert version of the Broadway musical Follies.
Hello, folks. We're into the Follies for Stowe folks. We'll pause for a mo.
A star-studded cast fills Broadway's Lincoln Center to record the score of Stephen Sondheim's 1971 musical.
Lucy wants to be dressy, Jessie wants to be juicy, Lucy wants to be Jessie, and Jessie Lucy.
And Showtime captures every moment, from rehearsal to finale.
It is hysterical what's going on here. You understand that? We are doing a musical in 3 days.
I'm Bill.
Join Carol Burnett, Lee Remick, Mandy Patinkin, and Broadway's brightest stars for Follies in Concert, premiering in February only on Broadway on Showtime.
It began as a friendship.
He's a friend, and I like him. Very married.
I am too.
You nervous?
Yeah, I am nervous. What am I supposed to do? Take it to a hotel? Take it to my apartment. I'm not using it.
But now Robert De Niro and Meryl Streep are falling in love.
Please, just, could I see you?
I have to go.
A Paramount National Pay Cable exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax.
I'm gonna go see him.
I don't understand. Why are you doing this?
Falling in Love, only on Showtime.
That's right, Mike. Exclusives Explosion means movies, original programming, and specials you can't see on HBO. The exclusives explode only on Showtime.
Before he was a lethal weapon, he was the road warrior. And now, Showtime's got him. Mel Gibson stars in the Mad Max double feature. Wednesday, April 8th. First.
You want to get out of here? You talk to me.
He's the driver on a high-speed trip through hell. Mel Gibson is the road warrior. Then,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dying times here.
Tina Turner co-stars in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Showtime presents the Mad Max double feature Wednesday, April 8th, starting at 8, 7 Central, right here on Showtime.
This is the Showtime Entertainment Network, and here's what's coming next. Hot Ticket presents Suzanne Summers, Tessie O'Shea, and some very special surprises in a spectacular evening in London. Music, mystery, martial arts, and more. Showtime's August movies.
We're on a mission from God.
It's good that they're on the right side of the Lord, because they're on the wrong side of the law.
Our Lady of Blessed Acceleration, don't fail me now.
Take pity on these humble musicians. They're just trying to make a living. John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd are the Blues Brothers. From God's mouth to her ears, Tracy's got the word.
People have to be reminded.
And now she's passing it on. George Burns stars. Oh God, Book 2. This is Simon, and he has one question for us Earthlings.
Who's responsible for the Hawaiian music in the elevators, huh?
Alan Arkin and Madeline Kahn star in Simon. Paul Newman and Jacqueline Bisset are lovers trapped in a paradise where an awesome force...
This thing's a damn powder keg.
...could wipe out all their tomorrows when time ran out. In Chinatown, some question should never be asked.
You know what happens to nosy fellows?
Jack Nicholson, Faye Dunaway, and John Huston star in Roman Polanski's mystery masterpiece, Chinatown. To famed director-choreographer Joe Gideon, all the world's a stage. And that's the way he lives, loves, and works, right up to the sensational but bitter end. Roy Scheider stars in Bob Fosse's sizzling Academy Award winner, All That Jazz. The Invincible, the incredible, the immortal Bruce Lee stars in his most famous martial arts film. Showtime presents Enter the Dragon. Tonight, every rival gang in New York City has a common mission. They're all out to get the Warriors. Malcolm McDowell stars as society's victimizer turned society's victim. This is Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange. In all the universe, there is one creature that is perfect. The ultimate survivor. The ultimate hostility. The ultimate horror. Sigourney Weaver, John Hurt, Tom Skerritt, and Yaphet Kotto star as Showtime presents Alien. This night, fear becomes reality. This night, terror strikes with a razor's edge. This night is Friday the 13th. Movie excitement, it's yours all August long on Showtime. It's high-tech, high adventure, and high excitement. It's Showtime Movies in May.
Shall we play a game?
The world hovers on the brink of doom.
Oh, my God.
When a computer-crazy kid triggers war games. There are fantastic tales to challenge your imagination in The Twilight Zone, the movie.
I want these personal experiments stopped.
Adventures in the Mind enthrall Cliff Robertson and Natalie Wood in her last film, Brainstorm. Susan Sarandon, David Bowie, and Catherine Deneuve are enraptured by The Hunger.
What about the sky?
Time rated at one of the year's 10 best. Burt Lancaster stars in the comedy Local Hero. It's MGM's Diamond Jubilee, and Showtime invites you to celebrate with a month-long festival of memorable classics. Tom Sawyer is just one of the fine films for the whole family on Showtime's Family Time. It's adventure, excitement, all May long on Showtime.
You're watching Showtime. Coming next, a paid cable exclusive that won't be seen on HBO or Cinemax. The Starship Enterprise returns to the Genesis planet for Star Trek III, The Search for Spock. Next on Showtime.
We've got great news for Paper Chase fans.
I never cancel class.
That's right. Professor Kingsfield's class is in session again, every night for a week beginning September 8th. It's a week of Paper Chase on Showtime.
My name's Hart. Hart, don't you recognize me?
Relive the struggles and triumphs of the early days of law school with the first 5 episodes from The Paper Chase, the first year.
You come in here with a skull full of mush, send you out thinking like a lawyer.
I'm going to thrust myself forward without help from you or anyone.
We're going to do some good, I know it, Hart.
And there's more. Beginning Tuesday, September 16th, you can tune in for weekly episodes of one of television's most acclaimed series.
So it goes all right, Professor? Usual sloppy minds, but I shall be taking care of that in the weeks to come.
Don't miss a week of Paper Chase, beginning Monday, September 8th, only on Showtime. Richard Gere is King David. As a boy, he was chosen.
Here is the king's sword in the hands of a man he calls his enemy.
As a man, he was desired.
I've seen you once before.
My lord, I'm married.
As a legend, he was feared.
Is it true that he once killed a lion?
As a fighter, he was victorious. And as a king, he was adored. King David, a national pay cable exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. It's only on Showtime. Everybody's roaring at Showtime's newest comedy hit.
Just what we needed.
Starring one of TV's hottest comics, Gary Shandling, a regular on Carson and Letterman and the Concert Stage.
That's just great.
And highly acclaimed by Jeff Jarvis in People magazine.
The best new show of the fall isn't on NBC, ABC, or CBS. It's Gary Shandling's new series on Showtime, Grade A+.
Yeah, thanks. That's great advice.
And you'll agree, it's Gary Shandling's show.
This is a great one.
Only on Showtime.
Don't kiss me.
Phil Harris with big news about our Showtime exclusive sweepstakes, a contest in which you can win big just by knowing the names of 5 Showtime exclusives. What can you win? Take a look at this. It's a portable spa, the perfect way to relax for anyone. 25 runners-up receive waterproof cordless phones. You can call your friends from the shower. And who can win? Well, if you're over 17 years of age, you can win. And how? Just send in the names of any 5 Showtime exclusives. And there are plenty to choose from. For instance, in September, you could name the movies Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, Invasion USA, or The Emerald Forest, or Showtime Championship Boxing, or Brothers, It's Gary Shandling's Show, or the Showtime original that garnered rave reviews, Tender is the Night. That's more than enough right there. And remember, you can check the exclusives in your own cable guide. Send your entry on a 3x5 card or a plain piece of paper, along with your name, address, and phone number to Showtime Exclusives Sweepstakes. Post Office Box 4543, Blair, Nebraska. Zip code 68009, and it's just that simple. It's a sweepstakes. You can enter as many times as you like, but 1 entry per envelope if you please. We have to have those entries in our hands by September 10th. That's all. Bill Harris, good luck. We'll talk again.
A Showtime Comedy Spotlight. If you think you've got big problems, meet Mr. Bill. You wouldn't want to be in his shoes, and he wouldn't want to be under yours. Oh, no! It's the real-life adventures. That's right, real-life adventures of Mr. Bill. Premiering Thursday, September 11th at 10, 9 Central, only on Showtime.
There is one perfect mating of man and machine, where one failure can be fatal, and only one way to become a champion. Win.
I'll make him die in the mountains.
This is the story of 2 brothers with one shot at making a dream come true before their time runs out. Showtime presents Kevin Costner and David Grant in American Flyers.
At the edge of the dense South American rainforest, a boy heeds an unspoken command.
They're taking Tommy!
Baby, answer me!
His father will spend the next 10 years searching and praying for the mercy of the Emerald Forest. Cable exclusive only on Showtime. It's time
for Chuck Norris.
It's time
for Invasion USA only on Showtime.
This is a Showtime exclusive movie presentation. The following film has been rated PG by the motion picture industry's rating system. Parents may consider that some of the program content may be unsuitable for children. Parental guidance is therefore suggested. This presentation is closed captioned for the hearing impaired.
watching Showtime. Coming next, an animated mystery involving a thick fog, an enormous dog, and a family curse. Yes, the great detective is on the case. Sherlock Holmes and the Baskerville Curse is next on Showtime.
People from all over are coming by plane, boat, car, and even bicycle to see the exclusive excitement that Showtime has for you in September, beginning with 4 blockbuster movies.
Can't believe this is happening.
And it couldn't be any sooner.
18 hours from now, America will be a different place.
When a group of ruthless terrorists devise a plan to bring America to its knees, only one man can put them in their place.
I'm gonna hit you with so many rights, you're gonna beg for a left.
Chuck Norris stars in Invasion USA. For fast-paced kung fu adventure, Michael Dudikoff is forced to use his sacred skills.
Your destiny, my son, awaits you.
In American Ninja,
Just get some help!
Powers Booth stars as a desperate father whose son is kidnapped by an Amazon tribe and will stop at nothing to get him back from the Emerald Forest. And hang on tight as a once tranquil town becomes the setting of mysterious forces.
We've got to get out of here.
Meg Tilly and Tim Matheson star in Impulse. They're all exclusive films you won't find on HBO or Cinemax. They're only on Showtime. Plus, there's high-flying fun, which could have some bizarre side effects.
Nobody hit me to that, dude.
Join Pee Wee Herman in Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Kevin Costner and David Grant are 2 very different brothers who put their love and themselves to the test in American Flyers. Showtime's original programs sizzle in September.
Nicole, I love you.
You won't want to miss a memorable moment of the highly acclaimed miniseries Tender is the Night. Plus, there's plenty of laughs on hand with the Showtime comedy spotlight, Mr. Bill's Real-Life Adventures. Don't miss lovable Gary Shandling in the all-new exclusive comedy series, It's Gary Shandling Show. And there's off-the-wall laughter with those crazy comics, The Frantics, 4 on the Floor. Plus, there's knockout excitement in September when Donald Curry squares off against Lloyd Hunnigan live on Showtime Championship Boxing. Only Showtime's got what you're looking for this September.
Bill Harris with an update on the Showtime exclusive sweepstakes, a contest which you can win big just by knowing the names of 5 shows exclusive on Showtime. What can you win? Take a look at this. A portable spa, the perfect way to relax for anyone. And 25 runners-up receive waterproof cordless telephones. You can even call your friends on the spur of the moment from the shower. Who can win? Well, if you're over 17, you can win. And how? Just send in the names of any 5 shows exclusive here on Showtime, and there are plenty to choose from. For example, in September, you could name the movies. Invasion USA with Chuck Norris, the thriller Impulse, Star Trek III, The Search for Spock, The Emerald Forest, American Ninja, King David starring Richard Gere. That's more than enough already. And remember, you can check the exclusives in your own cable guide. Send your entry on a 3x5 card or a plain piece of paper, along with your name, address, and phone number to Showtime Exclusives Sweepstakes. Post Office Box 4543, Blair, Nebraska, zip code 68009. It's just as simple as that. It's a sweepstakes, so enter as often as you like, but only 1 entry per envelope, please. Entries have to be received by September 10th. Good luck. Bill Harris. We'll talk again.
Feeling a bit run down? Need to relax? Get away from it all. Try to quick pick me up your favorite cartoon characters are taking and visit to Daffy Duck's Fantastic Island.
I'm wealthy. I'm fabulously well-heeled. I'm comfortably well off.
Get there as fast as you can, before it's too late. To join your friends for Daffy Duck's movie, Fantastic Island.
And watch your fondest dreams come true.
On Showtime. No kidding.
On Showtime's Ace Award-winning Fairy Tale Theater.
Hey, look at me!
We'll meet a cute little guy who really grows on you.
Something's wrong with Pinocchio.
No, just a little itch.
Will Pinocchio ever learn to keep his nose out of trouble?
Looking for some excitement, eh? Maybe some thrills, huh?
Join James Coburn, Carl Reiner, and Paul Rubens as Pinocchio for star-filled family fun on Fairy Tale Theater on Showtime.
It's time for Showtime's second annual Kid Talent Quest. We're searching all over the country for 4 special kids to host Family Time, our special time devoted to family programming. You don't have to sing, don't have to dance, don't even have to juggle upside down. You just need to be yourself. 4 winners will fly to New York with their parents and be guest hosts on Family Time. So all you kids between age 6 and 14, just send us a stamped, self-addressed envelope to Kid Talent Quest, care of Showtime, P.O. Box 1700, JAF Station, New York, New York 10116. And we'll send you information on how to enter. Are you the Showtime Kid?
Hi, I'm Kari Payton. I'm a winner in Showtime's first annual Kid Talent Quest. I'm also your host this week on Family Time. I get to tell you about the great movies we're going to see. First one today is an animated mystery. The great detective Sherlock Holmes is called on to battle a murderer, an ancient family curse, and a large and mysterious dog. Here's Sherlock Holmes and the Baskerville Curse.
The following motion picture is suitable for viewing.
The excitement continues, and here's what's coming next. A dashing young man and a sexy TV reporter get transported into another dimension in this Showtime original. Richard Hatch, Kay Lenz, and John Saxon star in Prisoners of the Lost Universe.
Showtime's Scorching Fall music series continues October 5th with Hot Rock. Blast off with the best of rock of the 80s, featuring Boy George and Culture Club, Cyndi Lauper, Spandau Ballet, and many more. Then it's the Montreux International Rock Festival with Adamant, The Pretenders, and more. And finally, roar into the weekend on a hot date with the Rolling Stones in Let's Spend the Night Together. Hot Rock, Friday, October 5th at 10 p.m., 9 Central, only on Showtime.
Bill Harris in Hollywood. I have news for you. Now, I know I should be embarrassed because it's just a cheap thrill and an easy eyebrow raiser. But it's also fun television. So we'll go ahead and unveil the 1985 edition of the Celebrity Buns calendar. It comes from head bun watcher Christy Jenkins. This calendar has 12 of them, or I suppose 24 of them, with a real mixed bag of celebrities. Figure skating champion and gold medalist Scott Hamilton presents what looks like a victory backside, while Alan Thicke shares the honors for January with a hockey puck. That's Alan on the left. Brian Mitchell of Trapper John M.D. fame gives what I guess the good doctor would call a flank shot. And Richard Dean Anderson of General Hospital shows some of the form that have made him a soap opera star. But the daring yet tasteful award goes to Greg Benson. He starred as the Sheik in Bo Derek's Bolero, and on second thought, daring anyway. A little Saturday morning survey shows us the Boy Beast team of Tim Topper and this orangutan are the stars of a kids show titled Goin' Bananas. Now, her name on the show is Roxana Banana. She's the one getting all the attention, especially if you're a female and if you're on the set, because the she is a he. And reports are he's been making it very embarrassingly obvious. Broadway bound? A new edition of Neil Simon's The Odd Couple opens this month in Dallas and begins a 6-month road tour on its way to New York City. What could possibly be new enough? Well, how about a radically different version of The Odd Couple, this time out starring Rita Moreno and Sally Struthers. I wonder who plays Walter Matthau. And more headed for Broadway? Opening this month in London, it's Blockheads, a new musical which covers 40 years of life and laughter with the great Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy. Named for a 1938 film hit which starred the boys, it hopes to reach New York sometime in the spring. And let me share a personal bit of memorabilia with you. This is a letter Stan Laurel sent me when I was back in high school, thanking me for my fan letter, giving me his home telephone number, enclosing the pre-printed autographed picture, which he then personalized, and inviting this young fan to come visit him at home. Boy, do we sometimes have our priorities wrong when we're young. For the rest of my life, I'll regret that I never followed it up. I lost the chance to meet one of the few genuine legends in the world of motion pictures. Do you have a question about the stars or the stories? We do our best to answer the most interesting ones right here on the air. So all you have to do is write. The address is simple. Just drop a note off to me, Bill Harris, care of Showtime, right here at 10900 Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles, zip 90024. I promise we'll do our very best to get you an answer. And finally, from our Where Are They Now file, Darby Hinton will soon be seen starring in a big-screen romp titled Malibu Express. But for 6 years, he co-starred in a major television series. The year was 1964, and Darby went on the air as Israel Boone, the young son of Fess Parker as Daniel Boone. The story? Well, Darby's mother had dropped him off at the studio for a casting call. They were looking for a young boy to play one of the children in The Sound of Music. Now, if you don't remember a young boy in the film family, that's because the role was eventually canceled. Young Darby, though, made a big mistake. He stood in the wrong line, and he accidentally beat out 300 young boys for the wrong part. The young kid got a series for 6 years, only in Hollywood. Bill Harris in Hollywood. We'll talk again.
Showtime presents a rare showing of the Academy Award-winning short, An Occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge. Telecast as it aired 20 years ago on the Twilight Zone television series, this special presentation will include Rod Serling's original introduction. Next stop, 4 bizarre tales from another dimension with Twilight Zone the movie. It all starts at 7:30, 6:30 Central on Showtime. Why not spend a quiet evening at home in front of the TV?
Showtime makes your screen explode with the best in movie excitement, action, and romance in October with pay cable exclusives like Staying Alive.
Guys like you aren't relationships. You're exercise.
And Exercise in Daring takes Gene Hackman and his men back to Vietnam.
Pick up blaster after we've snatched the prisoners.
Uncommon Valor, a national pay cable exclusive. The agent to beat them all is back.
My name is Bond. James Bond.
Sean Connery is 007. In a lawless future, tyrants rule.
There's always a way to fight back.
Warlords of the 21st century. Charles Bronson's fighting back.
You believe in Jesus?
Yes, I do.
Well, you're going to meet him.
Death Wish 2. Gandhi's Ben Kingsley and Jeremy Irons star in a moving story of betrayal.
We're lovers.
It's great movie excitement all October long on Showtime.
On the next episode of Brothers.
Hey, Joe, guess what?
Cliff's head over heels for a Russian wrestler.
He's strong and sleek and boring.
Get a Volvo. And Joe's flipping out.
It's just that he's in love with a man.
Leave it to the homosexuals.
But this Russian rake has a Roman eye.
You got the look, I want to know better.
You're coming, big fella. What's this? Has the Kremlin Casanova got loot charmed too?
He tried to go where no man has ever gone before.
This week on an all-new episode of Brothers, only on Showtime.
This week, a feuding comedy team is reunited at the Steam Bath.
You two guys were a laugh riot together.
Who the hell are you, anyway?
God.
So, that makes you an expert on comedy, huh?
Who will have the last laugh?
What is this, a toga party?
Guess again. You just played, you bet your life, and lost.
And will a sexy newcomer find what she's looking for?
I don't know whether you've picked up on it, Rod, but I really like you.
I did kind of get the feeling.
Bingo.
Join guest stars Dick Shawn and Hill Street Blues' Barbara Babcock on the next episode of Steam Bath, only on Showtime.
In Washington campaign news today, former TV announcer and part-time male model Bob Forehead declared his candidacy for Congress. Election updates later on Showtime.
The following motion picture contains mature subject matter. Parents may consider some of the program content unsuitable for children. Parental discretion is advised.
Countdown with Showtime for great movies all September long. Sean Connery's a space-age marshal in a lawless outland. And Albert Finney's a doctor with a problem keeping his patients alive. Looker. Steve McQueen gets the jobs the cops can't handle in The Hunter. And someone is terrorizing this family in Death Valley. Peter Falk and his California dolls are out for all the marbles. And close friends play for the highest stakes in Brian's song. In the air or on land, get ready to carry on, Emmanuel. And there are dishes galore in the riotous Lunch Wagon. Russia presents the tender Moscow Does Not Believe in Tears. Settlers unite to harvest a harsh land in Heartland. Brooke Shields finds paradise in the Blue Lagoon. Leslie Ann Down finds mystery in Sphinx. And Faye Dunaway is the tempestuous Joan Crawford in Mommy Dearest. Great movies all month long. She was about to discover the bizarre secret of her ancestry.
You tell yourself that it's love, but it isn't. It's blood. Death. Make love with me.
I'm not like you.
Nastasia Kinski, Malcolm McDowell, and John Hurd drawn to a terrifying destiny. Cat people.
Showtime is proud to present one of the biggest comics in the business.
Oh, boy.
That's right. We're talking about the immense talent of Louis Anderson.
That's a true story, too.
Here's Louis on his past.
I hated gym teachers. They pressured me. Now I make more than them.
And Louis on his present.
Well, I had 5 brothers and 5 sisters in my family, so 11 kids. Some starved.
Here's Louis on the future.
Let's face it, the only people prepared for the bomb are the punk rockers. They look like we're going to.
It's the timely material of Louis Anderson at the Guthrie in the Showtime Comedy Spotlight.
You're watching Showtime. Next, another unfamiliar movie. Get this. A wealthy gumshoe proves his stuff investigating a Bel Air house full of sexy Russian spies. We should be so lucky. Malibu Express, next.
Inside this typical home lives a typical family.
Wise guy, huh?
One night, some Martians land in their backyard.
There is nothing to be afraid of, David Gardner.
And these guys are a real pain in the neck.
Everything's fine now.
That's what he thinks.
They're huge, ugly, slimy, giant Mr. Potato Heads.
First, the teacher gets a frog in her throat.
You don't know what you're missing.
Then the Marines learn how to play Twister the hard way.
I wasn't trained for this.
Now it's up to little David to put in his 2 cents.
Great Scott, hasn't anybody got a penny?
58D, mint condition.
Hunter Carson, Karen Black, Timothy Bottoms, Lorraine Newman, and Louise Fletcher star in the incredible story.
It's not a story.
Okay, then. Star in the incredible Showtime exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax, Invaders from Mars.
One day I started singing, and I could sing. It was like, it was a surprise.
Well, you know you got it.
The legends behind the music. Women in rock.
I yelled out, I kicked, I jumped, I did what inspired me.
I'm an artist. Rock and roll is my art.
I don't know how to type or anything like that, so it's not exactly like I could get another job.
I'll never be your piece, so let's go.
And we just doing far too much. You have about 3 hours sleep. And then they just expect you to do all this work and keep going and keep smiling.
Oh no, I will survive.
The women who made rock and roll history and those who are shaping its future. Women in Rock, exclusively on Showtime.
is a Showtime After Hours presentation.
You are about to witness an accident in space. And what was found in the Arizona desert may be this nation's most closely guarded secret.
We think it was a controlled landing.
You mean someone brought it in?
And that someone is still in there.
The truth about what and who they found could change the course of history.
Keep the lid on Hangar 18.
Join Joseph Campanella, Darren McGavin, and Robert Vaughn and find out what's in Hangar 18.
Hi, I'm Paul Regina, Clip-On Brothers, and we're here to welcome a new television neighbor on Showtime when Hard Knocks follows us on Friday comedy night. We're all excited about our new friends, but the gang can talk about their favorites. Kelly?
As a woman who knows a thing or two about men, Gower Rhodes is the kind of shy, sensitive man any woman would love to bring home to mom.
Gower, you hardly know me.
But I know your soul, and I can feel the kind of person you are. I can feel your sensitivity. I can feel your compassion. Can I feel your casabas?
Yeah, Gower's okay. But his partner, Nick, now that's my kind of guy. He's a man's man. He speaks his own language. Whatever that may be.
You mutilated my friend, Dr. Bad Guy, and now you must die.
As for me, I'm partial to fellow saloon owners, especially a beautiful one like Maggie, a lady with great taste in clothes and an eye for business.
Gower, Nick, I know why I let you use my place for your office. It's the high-class clientele you attract.
As Donald on Brothers, I have a reputation for being outrageous, but when I first met Silky, I had to take my hat off.
Who loves steamed clams?
The one I'm glad to see is Terry, another sophisticated young woman who's not afraid to look life squarely in the eye. Your witness? Ooh, big muscle.
Well, that's just a taste of what you'll be seeing this year on Hard Knocks. So join us each Friday night for all new episodes of Brothers and Hard Knocks, back to back, only on Showtime.
Greetings, all. I'm back.
All right, Brothers is back. Hang on for the season premiere.
What about the announcements?
Oh, don't worry. I'll take care of them. Hey, everybody, we're getting married!
Could it be this sweet little lamb is pulling the marriage wool over Joe's eyes?
How did you find out?
Ma Bell.
It's a gay gentleman's duty to spread gossip post-haste.
Is there no escape from marriage? Find out on the season premiere of the Ace Award-winning comedy Brothers, only on Showtime.
Next week on The Paper Chase the Second Year, a pro football star has trouble tackling Professor Kingsfield's exam.
I'm scared, Vivian. I've never failed at anything before.
One way to pass this examination. Study.
But is Billy Pierce desperate enough to steal it?
I don't cheat. I don't steal exams. This test has been tainted.
Who will pay the penalty? Billy Pierce. The Paper Chase the Second Year.
Only on Showtime.
Afraid of the dark? Showtime Late Night in February dares you to try and lock out Mayhem at Midnight Week.
You must not stay here.
Keep out of the basement. Stay out of the hot tub. Get under the covers.
Daddy, I'm scared.
So am I, honey.
We'll keep you at the end of your rope. Who could ask for more?
Did you expect to find me?
No, but we expect to find you tuned into Mayhem at Midnight Week on Showtime Late Night. Charlie McGee is no ordinary little girl. George C. Scott, David Keith, Martin Sheen, and Drew Barrymore in Firestarter on Showtime Late Night.
Washington, D.C. If you've been in Washington, D.C., I was at the Smithsonian Institute there. They had Neil Armstrong's toothbrush, the guy who landed on the moon. They had his toothbrush there in a glass case. Now, I wouldn't make that up. It's too stupid to make up. Underneath the toothbrush, it said, "On loan from Neil Armstrong." A toothbrush on loan. Neil, give him the brush.
What? Tell me.
I'm in love with somebody else. At first, I thought it was just a thing. But it isn't. I'm in love with her.
20th Century Fox presents Paul Mazursky's An Unmarried Woman.
You're watching Showtime. We're sure you're going to like what you see. The following motion picture has been rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America, as it may contain strong language, nudity, or scenes of violence. Parental guidance is suggested. Please consult your viewer's guide for more specific details.
Lover! I will win that screen test! Not because I'm the best actor in the world, not because I'm the sexiest man in the world, not because I'm the most handsome man in the world, but because I am unique! You ought to be in pictures. You're wonderful to see.
Oh, dear God in heaven, have mercy on me.
They write ballads about girls like Bobby Joe, the loving kind. Loving a man so strong, nothing he does could ever be wrong.
Come on, lover boy, move it.
Bobby Joe and the Outlaw.
All right, boys, if you don't come out in 3 seconds, we're going to let him have it.
Vile, make love to me tonight.
Emma Dalton said, "It made me a criminal. I wanted to get killed in one hell-firing minute of smoking action." Promise Bank. Hey, y'all just remain in your respectable positions and we take care of business.
Bobby Joe, who latched onto a whirlwind and couldn't let go.
You were the one I always wanted. You who's,
You have insulted me!
I have strained my patience in order not to do so.
A nuclear submarine is down in the Atlantic. This is an emergency.
He's down, isn't he?
Any station? This is Neptune, over.
Hopefully Neptune is located somewhere in this area.
What's the closest thing you've got to her?
NASA.
Well, move her in there.
And now it begins. A rescue mission so important, it challenges the entire United States Navy.
One large slide might cause the submarine to slip off the ledge, and it's a 2-mile ride to the bottom.
Mark. 14, 13, 12,
1,400 feet
10,
below the surface.
9er.
With
8,
5 hours of air.
7,
41 men.
5,
Wait.
4,
Leave the worker below us to kingdom come.
1. Execute.
It's going over the edge.
Gates. No. No.
Turning Point. Anne Bancroft. Shirley MacLaine. 2 women torn between the adventure of a great career and the need for a family and love.
You got married because you knew you were second rate. You're over the hill and you know it.
A story of ambition.
Am I like you?
I don't want to be anybody's mother.
Envy.
Be glad for me, Mama.
I thought it would make you happy if your daughter could become what you wanted to be and never could be.
Despair.
Amelia, I love you. Not my daughter! You keep your hands off my daughter!
Hatred. Triumph. And friendship. An extraordinary view of a world so glamorous, so exciting, so demanding, but only a few can survive.
Wayland? Yo!
Wolves? Yeah.
I can't believe it.
I'm chained to this damn tree.
A naked man?
I'll rupture your damn kidneys. I'll puncture your spleen.
You do that for me?
Sergeant, your landlady! You'll ask her what she wants. Ask her what she wants? She said if you don't make those people put on their bands, she's gonna call the cops. Oh, yeah? Well, you tell her there are no cops left to call. There's no cops left.
What happened to you?
I was attacked in the locker room.
By who?
A duck.
And they're my buddies. The choir boys, wild, crazy. You know what I mean?
I said. I'm telling you now.
The choir boys.
Liz Smith of Cosmopolitan says it's the most entertaining family picture of our time, maybe of all time. It's a love story. It's exciting. It's suspense.
Go get the other dog!
You struggle with him. You'll cheer for him. But most of all, you can't help but love him. Benji, a motion picture that just plain makes you feel good. Rated G.
Was it beginner's luck to discover a sunken wreck in less than 60 feet of water?
Where'd you get this exactly?
Was it coincidence that there were two treasures, one of priceless jewels, the other more valuable than that?
You must be the young couple who found that bottle this afternoon?
Certainly didn't look like anything.
We didn't find any bottle.
The danger and excitement of treasure worth killing for. The adventure and intrigue of a secret worth dying for.
She hasn't got it. If his tongue moves again, cut it.
And beneath it all is the terror of the deep. From the #1 bestseller, this is The Deep. The dynamite.
7 women in the palm of his hand. Willie D. Willie D. Got a woman for every man. Willie D. Willie D. It's magic the way he runs his game. Ooh, Willie. Never treating 2 girls the same. Willie! Oh, Willie D. Willie D.
It is a season of the witch, of ghouls and ghosts, phantoms and flying things that roam free. Now, when night is blackest and time most terrifying, call on your courage and watch Showtime's Halloween Festival of Horror, October 30th. Start your night of terror at Hell House, where the dead refuse to sleep. Julie Harris stars in The Haunting. Then, murder rings for Carol Kane when a stranger calls.
Hello?
Have you checked the children?
Next, Jack Nicholson stars in Stanley Kubrick's modern masterpiece of horror.
Here's Johnny.
The Shining. Then terror strikes with a razor's edge on the most feared night of all. Friday the 13th. And movie make-believe turns murderously real for Dennis Christopher in Fade to Black. Watch if you dare. Friday night, October 30th on Showtime.
Looking for wholesome family entertainment, folks? You can forget it when Showtime's creature features are in town. First, you'd better run to the nearest house without cable, or you'll become tomorrow's lunch for The Thing. But do be careful which house you choose and which door you decide to use in Steven Spielberg's Poltergeist. Then there's enough ugly to turn your brown eyes blue in The Howling. And a horror that can knock you right out of your socks in Wolfen. Showtime's creature features on Friday, June 17th. After all, even Disney needs a night off. Adventure to exotic lands all August long with Showtime's movies.
Join on safari to deep, dark Africa with Bo Derek and Tarzan the Ape Man. Catch LIPOW's Michael Caine and Sylvester Stallone in Victory. Donald Sutherland stars in Eye of the Needle. And Chevy chases a detective with a small problem in Under the Rainbow. This private eye has some big shoes to fill in The Man with Bogart's Face. But no bigger than those of the deadly Kraken in Clash of the Titans. And for these campers, it could be a long night on Friday the 13th, Part 2. And what could possibly follow Friday the 13th? Why, Saturday the 14th. With Richard Benjamin. That rediscover a forgotten paradise in Lost Horizon. Relive golden yesterdays in This Is Elvis. Or experience the new wave in Breaking Glass. Woody Allen stars in Stardust Memories. Incredible entertainment all month long on Showtime.
You won't see it on HBO.
I have been, never shall be, your friend.
You won't see it on Cinemax.
My God, Bones. What have I done?
In July, only Showtime will present Star Trek III, The Search for Spock. You will see the premiere of this Paramount National Pay cable exclusive only as part of Showtime's Space Fantasy Month. Star Trek III, only on Showtime.
This is Showtime, and here's what's coming next. It is the most important secret of this century, and to this man, keeping the secret is worth anybody's life. Marlon Brando and George C. Scott star in The Formula. All eyes turn for Showtime for an outstanding lineup of the world's greatest movies in November. Confirmed bachelor Burt Reynolds would love to have a baby. What to do? Hire a surrogate mother. But when Beverly D'Angelo comes along, Burt gets more than he bargained for. That's paternity. Brothers, caught in a web of corruption. And now the strands draw closer. De Niro, Duvall, True Confessions. They were longtime friends till they chased the same rewards.
Sick and tired of you trying to live your life through my skin.
Jacqueline Bisset and Candice Bergen are rich and famous. Above the squalor of the city streets, one good cop is turning bad. Treat Williams stars in Prince of the City. Ryan O'Neal's buns could be worth a mint.
We've got a real phenomenon going here, Dad.
If the gorilla doesn't break his neck, Jack Borden co-stars in So Fine. She was a world-class skater, set back by a tragic accident, kept going only by her spirit of competition. Robbie Benson and Lynn Holly Johnson star in Ice Castles. What could be safer than a beautiful day on a California beach?
I can't find my feet!
Anything, unless Burt Young can solve the mystery of Blood Beach. Louisiana. A bunch of soldiers in training get lost in hostile territory. And hill folk will defend it to the death. Southern Comfort on Showtime. The horror of Ghost Story. Starring Fred Astaire, Melvin Douglas, Douglas Fairbanks Jr., and John Houseman. All eyes turn for the best that Broadway has to offer. Broadway on Showtime presents Scott Baio, Danny Aiello, Sherry North, and Ann DeSalvo in the smash hit Gemini. All eyes turn for timeless MGM entertainment. Shoulder to shoulder, they'll share beer, bullets, and brawls when the MGM Showcase Theater presents Rudyard Kipling's Soldiers 3. Glenn Ford is the imitation general.
You haven't seen me anywhere before, have you, Lieutenant?
I've never seen you before in my life, sir.
Good.
On the MGM Showcase Theater. From yesterday's front pages to you.
You will see scenes never before shown in a motion picture because no one would have dared do it.
Prisoner of War. And everyone can enjoy our classic movie presentations. Susan Ansbach is a wealthy man's wife, driven by affluent boredom into a world of erotic excitement. Critics' Choice presents Montenegro. The entire family can watch our Showtime family features on Fairy Tale Theater. Ricky Schroeder, Joan Collins, Paul Dooley, and introducing Bridget Anderson in Hansel and Gretel. Huck and Tom find a fortune, but Pap will do anything to get it, and Huck becomes the victim.
Whoever broke down that door killed Huck with his axe.
In the Mark Twain Theater, Dan Haggerty returns as the legendary mountain man Grizzly Adams when Showtime presents The Legend of the Wild on Carousel. The bird's the thing. There lies the essence of Thanksgiving. Join BC, Thor, Wiley, Clumsy Carp, and the rest of the clan for BC's first Thanksgiving. Everyone loves our innovative and exclusive series.
Try and stop him from watching.
Well, yes. I even removed the TV set from his room and I forced him to stay in bed.
That's not enough. There is no end to the third season of Bizarre. Adults turned for Showtime for exotic after-hours features. They came to the wilds of nature to find total freedom and without fear, although they'd been warned.
At least tell me where you're going.
And when the night came,
Hi, who is it?
so did he. And it was much too late for warnings. George Kennedy stars in Just Before Dawn. Politics isn't the only game in town. When George Hamilton and Joey Heatherton star in The Happy Hooker Goes to Washington. One man is never enough to satisfy a woman like Emmanuel, and luscious Sylvia Crystal is out to prove it in Goodbye, Emmanuel. In November, our specials offer something for everyone. In November, all eyes turn for Sinatra on Showtime.
Top of the list.
In his first pay-TV concert,
Exchanging glances.
singing his greatest hits.
You under my skin.
Taped live at Altos de Chavon in the Dominican Republic. Featuring Buddy Rich and his orchestra. Showtime's exclusive cable presentation of Sinatra, Concert for the Americas.
All eyes turn for Showtime and rock and roll video like you've never had it before. Catch the hard drive and high energy excitement of Rick Springfield in concert. Television soap opera rocker Rick Springfield performs all his greatest hits in this exclusive pay cable special. You won't want to miss this one, Rick Springfield in concert, right here on Showtime.
There is nothing wrong with your television. We will control the picture and the sound when you meet Ernie Kovacs, television's original genius. We bring you another of our insightful documentaries in November. Documentary Emmy Award winner Alan Landsberg probes the minds of our teenagers to find out what they know about sex and where they're learning about it. Find out what today's teenagers can teach you when Showtime presents Sex, Teenage Style. Great entertainment that keeps all eyes turning for Showtime all November long.
Get ready for Showtime in September and all the great movie excitement that's coming your way.
Yes!
There's Clint Eastwood as a cop who lives in a shadowy world.
Any suspects?
120,000.
And he's out to get his man in Tightrope. There's the bumbling antics of Dudley Moore.
Hi.
And a special guest appearance by Eddie Murphy.
Oh, hot pants!
In Best Defense, a Paramount National Pay Cable exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. You'll see it only on Showtime.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so earlier?
Nick Nolte deals with some rambunctious students.
It's not a school anymore. It's a loony bin.
It's a school where kids bring apples to their favorite teachers. And street toughs go from rags to riches.
I like this thing of the streets. It makes me feel good. I like the smell of it. It opens up my lungs.
Robert De Niro stars in Once Upon a Time in America. Another Paramount exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax reunites an ex-con with his tomboy daughter.
Why'd they let you out? Why didn't they just keep you in jail?
The River Rat on Showtime. And from the creators of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, there's some lowlife.
It's casual.
It's the Wildlife. Richard Dreyfuss gets his love life arranged by a 10-year-old.
I'm not interested.
It's the Buddy System. And there's a space cowboy who hunts down the ultimate evil force in Metal Storm. Great movie excitement in September, coming your way on Showtime.
Coming up next on Showtime.
He's very good, yeah. He's the best. Hey, man, he's great. He's the king out there.
Showtime presents John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. Our next feature starts shortly, right after Showtime Shorts.
Your hairline paging Chili Gold Diner. Please check with the information counter on the upper level.
Mr. Carnavelli, Mr. Lou Carnavelli, please come to the information counter of American Airlines.
Okay, we placed on belt number 1 from American Airlines, flight 379 from New York.
Welcome back, Norman. It's been a little time working on business across the borderline. Hotels and restaurants, airports and parking lots. Gee, but it's good to be home. Taxi cabs and waiting in line, appointments never start on time. Gee, but it's good to be home. Waiting in line, appointments never start on time. Pay telephones without a dime. It seems some things should be a crime. Hotels and restaurants, airports and parking lots. Gee, but it's good to be home. Welcome back, Norman.
What's wrong, Phil?
Oh, I lost a ticket here somewhere. Can you help me find it?
Did you look in here?
No, I didn't look in here yet. I'll go. Did you look in there?
Yes. Think you found it?
Did I give it to you?
I have looked everywhere. Oh, there, the dog has it. Thank you.
Taxi cabs and waiting in line. Appointments never start on time. Pay telephones without a dime. It seems some things should be a crime. Hotels and restaurants, airports and parking lots. Gee, but it's good to be home. Welcome back, Nona.
These are the men of Delta House. Men who are loyal.
Raise your right hand.
Intelligent and respected.
I want you off this campus at 9 o'clock Monday morning.
It's John Belushi in National Lampoon's Animal House on Showtime. For adults only with action and spice, catch After Hours in September. Cruise on down the road of dream machines and foxy fantasies. Get in on all the action on Van Nuys Boulevard. James Caan, Robert Duvall, special agents. In their line of work, sometimes it's hard to tell your friends from your enemies. They are the Killer Elite. Anthony Quinn and Dominique Sanda, two people caught in a web of passion, greed, and love unfulfilled. Showtime presents The Inheritance. Her job was to tease, tantalize, and tempt. For one man, she did her job too well. Margot Hemingway stars in Lipstick. After Hours comes your way in September with a lineup of adult entertainment second to none. From the comedy of Van Nuys Boulevard to the smoldering intensity of The Inheritance, Showtime After Hours has it all. You're watching Showtime. We're sure you're going to like what you see. The following feature has been rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America. Showtime recommends that the film be viewed by mature audiences only. Please consult your viewer's guide for more specific details.
Office smashes. A town with spectacular parties, full-dress premieres, movies and music in the making, and enough celebrities and secrets to make anyone curious. We'll find out what's really going on while we reach for the stars.
That's David Sheehan's Showtime in Hollywood. And be sure to catch Showtime's unique look at America itself. It's the critically acclaimed show that's been called more entertaining than 60 Minutes. Always new and different. What's Up, America? What's Up that's new this fall? It's the premiere of the outrageous new comedy series starring John Viner. Bizarre.
Welcome to Fantasy Island. We hope you enjoy your stay with us. Turn your head and cough, Mr. Jabbar.
You ain't seen nothing till you've seen all the new series Showtime's got coming your way this season. David Sheehan's Showtime in Hollywood. What's Up, America? Bizarre. This season, until you've seen Showtime, television worth paying for, you ain't seen nothing yet. You're watching Showtime. We're sure you're going to like what you see. The following feature has been rated PG by the Motion Picture Association of America. Some of the programmed content may not be suitable for children, and parental guidance is suggested.
The greatest legend of all time, about the greatest treasure known to man, is about to be pursued by the greatest hero.
Great reflexes, boy. I told you before I know nothing of him. Before you didn't have a gun pointed at your nose.
Yes, it's coming back to me.
Join Richard Chamberlain.
They're having us for dinner.
And Sharon Stone for the adventure of a lifetime that you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. It's King Solomon's Mines, only on Showtime.
Robert Traven came to Naples as a businessman, but was welcomed as a legend.
More people seem to know me here than at home.
And for the life of him, he doesn't know why. Until he meets the man who made him up.
You do not write whatever the hell you want, Buster. That's me. You understand? That's me. It's my name. It's my personality. It's my dignity. And you do not write whatever the hell you want.
A man's worth doesn't come from what he is, but from what he could be.
Now, Robert Traven has just 1 week to become the hero everyone thinks he is. Jack Lemmon and Marcello Mastroianni star in a pay cable exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. Macaroni, only on Showtime.
All right, America, if you're still in a quandary wondering whatever happened to those brand new episodes of It's Gary Shandling Show, 'cause life just ain't the same without them, here's the man himself with the latest.
Hi, this is Gary Shandling, and I have another update for you on how I'm coming along with my 12 new story ideas for the next 12 new episodes of It's Gary Shandling Show. You know, I've come to the beach because it's the most creative environment for me, and I draw a lot from that environment. So these are some of the ideas for the next 12 shows. See how you like them. Pete gets a sunburn. Pretty exciting. I don't know if you've ever had a real bad sunburn, but you can make a whole story out of that. Gary gets sand in his contact lens. It's a good one. Gary at high tide. You know, Gary at low tide. Probably a two-parter there. Grant swallows some sunblock and has to be rushed to the hospital. So I'm really cranking these out. I'm coming along, and I'll be seeing you soon with these 12 new story ideas for the 12 new shows of It's Gary Shandling Show. See you then. I'm going to keep right at this. Maybe Gary goes fishing, you know, deep sea fishing.
It's Gary Shandling's show will return as soon as Gary thinks up 12 new episodes, only on Showtime.
See the fantasy come to life again. The adventure is back. The excitement is back.
Adventure. Excitement.
The fun is back.
Wrap it up, fuzzball.
The galaxy is doomed when the Empire strikes back.
He will join us or die.
Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher star as Showtime presents The Empire Strikes Back.
Take a smatter of patter, a gaggle of gags, and a pinch of rye. Throw them all together, and you've got Showtime's Comedy Night.
What a cute idea.
It all starts when Kelly and her ex are rated X.
Never a dull moment.
On a rather stirring episode of Brothers. Then it's the one show that always makes a big splash.
Hey, this one will, pardon the expression, kill you.
There's electricity in the air on Bizarre 86. Then Richard Pryor's downright laughable when he kills him as a soldier in Some Kind of Hero.
Absolutely outstanding.
Ain't that the truth? And the fun starts Wednesday at 8/7 Central on Showtime's Comedy Night.
Showtime presents an exclusive that makes a scene of the crime. And the crime is murder.
What do you mean? Murder.
But only one of these suspects is the murderer. Is it the grating Mr. Green?
Why are you screaming? Because I'm frightened! Of what? Screaming!
Or the methodical Colonel Mustard? The widowed Mrs. White?
Well, it's a matter of life after death. Now that he's dead, I have a life.
Or the seductive Miss Scarlet?
Practice makes perfect.
The perceptive Professor Plum?
I'm looking.
Mrs. Peacock?
I have absolutely no idea what we're doing here, but I am determined to enjoy myself.
Or did the butler do it?
No.
Showtime presents an exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax.
Let us in! Let us in! Let us out! Let us out!
Clue. And it's only on Showtime.
Imagine awakening from a glorious dream, only to find your worst nightmare. To have your wildest fantasy become your harshest reality. Welcome to Brazil.
I don't know what's going on here.
Robert De Niro, Jonathan Pryce, and Katherine Hellman.
I'm so glad you came.
Brazil on Showtime.
Thugs are trying to take over the docks of San Francisco, and only one man has the skill to stop them. They must face Bruce Lee's deadly Kung Fu. This Kung Fu lady and her family take on amazing martial arts masters in the boldest Kung Fu movie ever. Showtime presents Challenge the Dragon.
Showtime's explosive movie lineup in August is something to shout about. For this young man, the time for playing it safe is over.
That's her. She's fantastic.
Risky Business starring Tom Cruise. The fantasy continues as boy meets older woman, Rob Lowe, Jacqueline Bisset, and Andrew McCarthy in Class. And are you ready for this one?
Okay, I'm ready.
Just when you thought the hilarity was over, it's Porky's 2 the next day.
I really want to hear this story.
And who's the proud mother in this house? She's Michael Keaton, and he's Mr. Mom. Bonnie Bedelia stars as Shirley Muldowney in the powerful tale of a woman striving for recognition in a man's world. Heart like a wheel. The dark side of the judicial system is exposed when Michael Douglas enters the Star Chamber. And it's the return of Academy Award-winning One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, starring Jack Nicholson. It's a summer party.
A party?
Showtime makes excitement with spectacular August movies.
In a land where the gods reign supreme, and good and evil is determined by the sword, the quest for power has no limits.
No, Trigon, don't kill my baby.
I have promised my firstborn to Kaldara.
It is a world of strange creatures.
It's only illusion.
Evil beings. and love. Beware the Sorceress on Showtime.
Meet the man of the house.
Not a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
He'll take on any challenge.
Umpire?
Even if it means becoming the lady of the house. It's a tough job, but it's a rewarding one for a guy who's got the right stuff.
Where's Bobby keep the extra diapers?
Terry Garr tackles big business, while Michael Keaton gives motherhood new meaning in Mr. Mom on Showtime.
Brothers, they got a special kind of relationship.
How are you going to make a grown man get out of there if he doesn't want to?
A, I'm his big brother. B, he respects me. And C, I got a gun in the car.
A special kind of understanding.
I'm gay. You're not gay. You're high-strung.
A special kind of communication.
If he's going around saying things like that, he needs help.
What kind of help?
In the head, of course. Good thump in the head.
Brothers, it's a special kind of comedy series in the tradition of Taxi and Cheers, only on Showtime.
He is a reluctant pupil.
Tomorrow morning, the best freelance French teacher in the city is going to be here. She's going to live here. And you're going to work with her every day.
And she is his more than willing instructor.
Hello, Bobby. I'm Terry Green, your French tutor.
Together, they're about to brush up on their favorite subject.
Come on in before your parents get there.
And indulge in some higher education.
What do you think your parents would say if they could see us right now?
Relations between teacher and student have never been quite like this. My Tutor.
I'm very good.
On Showtime.
So your folks are going out of town.
Meet Joel, a model son.
You got the place all to yourself?
Who's about to make his wildest fantasies come true.
A good time, Joel. In the privacy of your own home.
I don't remember giving permission for a party, Joe.
A party? I've got a trig midterm tomorrow, and I'm being chased by Guido, the killer pimp.
Tom Cruise is getting into some risky business on Showtime.
We were going to tell you about John Biner, about his commitment to truth.
Dan Ruthless, 60 Minutes.
His consideration of others, his matchless civility.
Boy, are you sick.
His strength in adversity, and his humor. We were going to tell you about these things.
Don't you think we have a responsibility to be honest?
But instead, we invite you to watch the next all-new episode of Bizarre and judge for yourself. It's comedy excitement on Showtime.
What could only happen once happens again. And again. And again. When darkness comes, so does death on Friday the 13th, Part 2.
I just want to do a movie.
Showtime wants to do some movies for you. Adult movies in August, after hours. Lights. Camera. Action. The action's as funny and sexy off the set as on when Cindy Williams and Ron Howard star in the first nudie musical. The showbiz comedy continues in Loose Shoes with Bill Murray, Howard Hessman, and Buddy Hackett. When these karate clones get loose, James Ryan and friends jump in to kill and kill again. An old feud born in Vietnam erupts in an American town. George Kennedy is a cop caught in the middle when two wartime adversaries search and destroy. Take an erotic journey.
Sort of nice, isn't it?
40,000 years into the future with Jane Fonda in the adventure fantasy to outlast them all. Barbarella. Adult humor, action, and fantasy are waiting for you in August after hours on Showtime. This is Showtime, and here's what's coming next. David Carradine is an aging daredevil after one last rush of aerial ecstasy because he's the Cloud Dancer on Showtime. Perfect. For late-night viewing, packed with action and romance, it's Showtime After Hours in June. She's an angel of mercy. She's an angel of action. Marilyn Chambers is the angel of heat. A house of hostages. Victim and violator hide from a thing they fear. Klaus Kinski and Oliver Reed in Venom. an ancient curse, and a triangle of illicit love, the house where evil dwells. 4 martial arts masters struggle against evil, waging a battle of raw force. For these lovely women, it's not a job, it's an adventure. Waitress, entertainment for mature audiences, scheduled late night, Showtime after hours in June. Adults turned for Showtime for exotic after-hours features. They came to the wilds of nature to find total freedom and without fear, although they'd been warned.
At least tell me where you're going.
And when the night came...
All right, who is it?
So did he. And it was much too late for warnings. George Kennedy stars in Just Before Dawn. Politics isn't the only game in town. When George Hamilton and Joey Heatherton star in The Happy Hooker Goes to Washington. One man is never enough to satisfy a woman like Emmanuel. And luscious Sylvia Crystal is out to prove it in Goodbye, Emmanuel.
Caged women.
There's been far too many deaths in this prison.
Well, maybe you could tell me how to accommodate 2,000 inmates in a prison that was built for 1,500.
The crimes that got them locked in are nothing compared to the crimes they'll commit to bust out.
Can't you do anything to stop it?
Linda Blair and Sybil Danning star in Chained Heat. After hours on Showtime.
This is a Showtime After Hours presentation. The following film has been rated R, restricted by the motion picture industry's rating system. Showtime recommends that children under 17 view this picture only in the company of an adult. Because of its subject matter, this particular film will be presented by Showtime only after 10 p.m.